Buongiorno a tutti and welcome to this very nice interview with Isadora Galant, which is our metaphysics mentor here in the Ark Lab. So just let me introduce briefly you, Isadora, and then we can start our interview. Actually, I met Isadora almost 2 years ago already. In fact, the time is going so fast. And we met in Florianopolis, where Isadora is still living. And we met in a very, very wonderful place. We met in this place in Florianopolis, which is called the Rosemary Dream, which is a beautiful, I could say, resort made by these three Israeli guys from Israel, which are now very good friends of mine that are also partner of the Ark Club, where they built this kind of retreat, where they were making a very wonderful job in this kind of mindfulness, part. And I met Isadora, and then we became friends, and I saw a beautiful soul. So when I decided that I'm going to run this program here in Italy, the Ark Lab, I said, okay, I have to talk with Isadora because Isadora is so good soul. And she was so close to the concept of metaphysics that we are going to try, to implement here, that I asked Isadora to be part of the program. And thanks God, Isadora accepted. So Isadora now is one of the mentors of the metaphysics part of our program. As so, Isadora, just few words, introduce you briefly about yourself, and then we can go on, in our interview. Just 2 words about yourself.
Well, thank you so much for your introduction. Yeah, a few words about myself. What I can say. Um, I am a soul which is looking for development all the
Yeah.
time, and
Yes.
I feel like each day
Yes.
I just work to feel more and more connected to my essence, to be able to
Yes.
bring this into the world and to
Yes.
mirror every little
Yes.
soul, to also be able to do that, to walk with their purpose in life.
Yes. This is some words that are very, very deep. Let me say something because now we run in our discussion. Let me something that is happened to me just last Friday. Last Friday I was part of an ayahuasca ceremony here in Italy for the first time in Italy, and we met also in Brazil because we met also by chance in an ayahuasca ceremony in Florianopolis, and to me it was an impressive ceremony where I could say that I yes, I live for the first time what you say to be a mirror with the others, because no sometimes it's they are just words. No, they are just words to say that our philosopher, one of our philosophers that inspired us, Jiddu Krishnamurti, was always saying, "You are the world is you," which is exactly the concept of mirroring. I mean, so there I realize very vividly how strong is to have this kind of feeling that each one that you relate with is just a mirror of yourself. And this is very important from the concept of compassion. They say compassion. How you could have compassion with not only with the people close to you, but with any human being. But if you started to realize that exactly you are the world is you, then you started to understand what is the meaning of mirroring. So this is something that you said, and I wanted just to emphasize because I got just such experience. So what to be mirroring means to be very careful about relations actually. But tell me about something about your path, how you are basically going from you know a kind of normal life of business, life of try to do things in a life where you are going also to consider carefully such part which is we can say soul, spirit, metaphysics, mirroring. What you do basically not in daily life in order to be in such feeling.
Hmm. In such a feeling of connection, you mean?
Yes, yes,
Right, because um, what I feel is that for a long time um, we've been following, right? And a lot of people tell us, like, we've been taught that we need to learn. We are born, and then we need to learn, and we need to go to college, and we need to have a nice work, to have money, to create a family, and then you die, and that's basically it. And nowadays, I feel like more and more we're being able to get out of this structure, to see through other eyes. Okay, wait, I don't feel very good right here. Maybe this is the path that my parents took, but maybe I don't need to take this path. I can decide something else for my life, and we can start questioning ourselves, like, okay, what does feel good right now? And that doesn't mean that we are become a completely spiritual person, and it doesn't mean that we'll have to, stop doing whatever we are doing at the moment. I feel that the wording here is integration. So it is very important that we have people that are connected to their essence, and that um, because sometimes there is also a trick in here, because it's very challenging to speak about spirituality, because people connect it to religion. And when it comes to religion, we almost don't want to listen about it, because we've been so put inside boxes in there, what we can do or we cannot do. And that kind of disconnects us from this feeling of just belonging, because the whole religion comes through this main idea that we are all connected through the same essence, that is love. Jesus talked about it, Buddha talked about it. But the whole idea is just that. It's just that we are all love. And when we mirror, when you were talking about mirroring and being respectful to all beings, is not only humans but animals. We're all part of this connection, this web of life. Like, I am important for you to be living right now, and whoever is listening to us, we are going to change something into their lives too, by what they're listening. So we are all connected, we are all important in this chain of life. So when we realize that, it is only about being aware that we have such an importance. And I think it is just about looking with other eyes. Okay, so if I'm important, you are also important. Maybe I can treat you in a different way. And if what I do is important to the world and will affect other people too, um, what is it that I'm doing? Right? And then just by answering these questions, which is pure philosophy, um,
yes,
going back, um,
yeah,
we will already have like a much purposeful life, for sure.
yes. Yes, Isadora, it's very, very important what you said, because it's also very, thank you for saying this, because it's very, giving me the opportunity to say something about in our program, because yes, you say something very, 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 very specific, that we today, we a lot of people, especially young people, the what is called millennials, they feel lost, exactly, because they don't see anymore a kind of guidance, but not guidance, from institutions, from parents. They started to question the meaning of what they are doing. So this is why we say that yes, we need to go into metaphysics, but we use the word metaphysics because we don't want to use even the word spirit, the word religion, because this word, unfortunately, today are are quite corrupted, because the people think that you are going to be guided by another authority. But the only thing that you said is that the only authority that we need to understand is or to care is our interior authority, our self. So this, yeah, you say this is which means to start to understand or to learn how to make our own questions. This is why we are going to put emphasis on what we call metaphysics, which is again just in brackets, just starting to exactly to make such questions, such deep questions, and then maybe all these things are going to right now to come out. Love, compassion, because again, Isadora, sometimes when you use the word love, compassion, the people they don't get it. I mean, they think that this guy started to talk about stupid, naive, new age things like love. We embrace it together and we sing together, or we just have, no. We are just wanting to say that we care about every one of us to make the right questions. There's just this, right?
Yeah, and in the end, it's about how you feel. So it doesn't matter whatever I tell you, if it's love, if it's abundance, whatever is the words that people are saying right now. The only thing that we need to understand in life is that we need to feel good. We need to feel happy. We're
Ex-
life to live. That's all we are. And then,
exactly.
so it's whatever makes you feel good, because when you feel good, you're gonna use your all your talents, all your gifts, and
Energy.
you're gonna create
Yes.
is good for the
Yes.
world. So we can get a
Yes.
little bit of technology. We can get a little bit of
Yes.
artificial
Yes.
intelligence and
Yes.
connect inner knowledge and then just create beautiful things to the world.
Yes.
We
Yes.
just need to be
Yes.
smart about it. We just need to connect, to integrate. That's the
Yes.
challenge. And that's what we are doing
Yes.
with the
Yes, exactly. Because with the Ark, we are not going to exactly to create a new age retreat. We are going to use technology to work, entrepreneurship, logic, studying, learning, doing, but with meaningful, which is with also caring about ourselves. This is just the idea of the Ark Club.
we don't need any more monks in the
Yeah.
mountains. We don't need any more people just
Yes. Yes.
meditating on their own. Knowledge is only important if shared, right?
Yes.
So we need entrepreneurs with this heart. We
Yes.
need musicians with this heart. We need to really connect and integrate all of these beautiful points and create
Yes.
create together.
Yes, I mean this is so good. And Isadora, this is let's. Can you say something also about the metaphysics program is going to be just as you say a kaleidoscope. I used to say kaleidoscope of different experiences. We are going to have a lot of workshops, a lot of experiences. I'm going also to organize a kind of ayahuasca ceremony there because I met this very good organization in Europe that are doing ceremonies all over the Europe, and they are very good in doing this. So we are going to try to take many experiences. Can you say? Do you want to say something about what you will love to do? What you are willing to do? What is maybe something that you are very careful that you will love to try? Because their club is going to be just an open lab where every experience are welcoming, of course. Let me, if you want, you can say something about what you will love to do.
Amazing. So I love to create experiences for self-development, and that can mean a lot of things. I do believe that when we work with nature and with
Yes.
medicine, cacao, or like ayahuasca, any type of medicine that nature gives us, it is
Yes.
so because we can expand it. It's just a little one more thing that can make us expand our consciousness, expand our hearts, expand our awareness. um, I feel like we're gonna do some experiences with some profound meditations too, guiding ourselves into our subconscious to understand what are the patterns that we've been holding, what are the beliefs that we hold that do not allow us to just live a fulfilling life or to do whatever we want to do. So sometimes um, we want to I don't know, we want to create things, or we want to wake up early, or we want to eat in a certain way, but we feel like there is something holding us. And through my therapy, the therapy that I work with, which is Theta Healing, we can reach into these beliefs and let them go. So we're gonna
Yeah.
experience that too, limiting beliefs, letting go of limiting beliefs, as well
Yeah.
as I feel that experiences with the body will be super important because we live in an integration of mind, spirit, and body. And I
Yes.
feel like through exercises with the body, being the dance, being yoga, we can will for sure have some fun and some great experience.
So good. As this is exactly what we are willing to explore here in the Ark Lab. So, Isadora, I think it's okay. Maybe we are going to have other interviews in the next, in the future, because we could also go in some more specific, topic of, this huge, this huge part which is metaphysics. Maybe also I'm thinking to make this kind of sharing interview with also the other mentors in the metaphysics that we are going to have here in the Ark Lab. As you know, our club is going to be run here in Puglia, this wonderful place in South Italy, October, November. And Isadora, you are going to be just so happy to have you here. That's it. Grazie mille, we say in Italy, Isadora, for your interview.
Grazie
And
mille.
grazie mille, grazie mille. And
With hand.
there with that, grazie mille. And looking forward to have you here in in few months.
Yes,
Thank you, thank you.
can't wait to share with all the people that are watching us too, and it would be amazing.
Okay, ciao. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Ciao, 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 Isadora.